Grace and peace. Hello and namaste to everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Altheta and I am known as your magical minister. You can find me at that same hashtag on Instagram and YouTube, Facebook as well. Welcome to my channel again. Please listen till the end, okay? Because this is about an experience that I've had with moldavite. All right, this crystal here that I have, and my lighting is not the greatest. It is night time, but you can see it somewhat. It is a light. This one is a light dark kind of greenish. It is an opaque crystal. I am in no way, shape, form, or fashion going to pretend that I'm getting ready to educate you guys about moldavite. No, that's not what I'm going to do. I am going to share my experience with moldavite based off of what I've learned from others that are experts about crystals, and even with the experts, because I'm a Virgo and I will investigate and find out, okay, exactly how does this stuff work? What can I expect? Moldavite is the truth, the absolute truth. Okay? Listen, this is my first video in a minute, and if you're following me, which I hope you will be after this, if you're not, and if you are, thank you. Welcome back to my subscribers. Subscribe and share by the end of this video. Okay, that's a big thing out there, right? But anyway, listen, I'm going through some things. I've been going through some things like we all have. And when I say I've been going through some things, this is about the metaphysical process that we who would even be entertaining a conversation such as this are embarking on or in process of, right? And we're all in process, no matter if it's the beginning, the middle, the end, whatever they want to call it. So, this moldavite has come into my life last year. And I got this November 9th. And I went back because some things have transformed in my life. So let me go ahead and just say some things that may educate some. 3 minutes into this, 3.5 minutes into this, really quickly, one of the primary things that moldavite is said to do and cause is major transformation, right? So I know that there are viewers that will catch this on certain platforms that know that I have gone through significant major transformation in my life. And when I say transformation, there's a platform they might see it on a third dimensional level and know that, I've gone through something. Some things have changed. They may not interpret it as transformation, but I, being the beholder of this moldavite, I know there was some transformation going on and continues to go on. As I'm holding this in my hand, guys, like, listen, I just have so much fire inside of me, and moldavite is just the tip of the iceberg for me in my metaphysical process, in my metaphysical beingness right now. I have a lot. going on. And this moldavite, it called me. One of the things that moldavite is known and proclaimed to do is have a powerful impact on the trajectory of your path, your life path. And we are cautioned to not take it on lightly, to be very, 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 very careful and ready for the transformation that Moldavite is said to bring into your life. So, does Moldavite bring transformation into your life? How do I know? Yes or no? I couldn't say for one or the other, but that's the word on the street, right? And my report is of such. Absolutely, it has. I would not say that it has caused transformation or change or brought in change because I overstand from another perspective, broader, that I know that this is not a causal agent. This is a metaphysical, powerful tool from the divine, from the universe, from the earth, from everything that is. Because moldavite is crystal that is actually not a crystal. It's called a tektite, from what I can recall. And its formation is that of a meteorite that landed in the Czech Republic 5 billion years ago. Don't quote me, but I know it's some 5 million minimum. Because it's minimum 5 million years ago, right? So you want to, mince meat, go right ahead. You figure out if it's 5 mil, 5 trill, 5 bill, you let me know. But whatever, that's where this comes from. Okay. And it comes from out of space, right? The meteorite, extraterrestrial energy, pure. So I'm holding this and I'm also crowning it in my wrap. And that is how I utilize moldavite um, in my life. And I'm going to tell you about this experience, okay? Listen, when I set out to try not to be long, whatever have you. But this one is time worthy. So, you hang, but I have to do it. I have to express this because even as I am holding this in my physical possession and is here in my crown, the energy, it's real, it's intense. And, this reminds me that that feeling of the energy fields, the awareness, the physical intensity of my internal chakra systems and a sense of intuitiveness, right? Okay. When and as a result of my engaging and utilizing this moldavite. Now that is a causal effect. The chakra balancing, cleansing, aligning. That's what moldavite causes. Assist when you're ready. So, word on the street is that moldavite can really be aggressive in causing change and causing what people think and what they say is causing you to have to deal with internal shadows. You know, brings up things that you don't want to deal with, and brings up change that you may not be ready for, may or may not be ready for. So for me, I will say that it didn't necessarily bring up change. It absolutely didn't bring up change that I wasn't ready for. It actually readied me more so for the change that was inevitable. Inevitable. Why would I mess up that word of all words, right? I'm a Virgo. Communication is my niche. The change was inevitable. The Moldavite gave me the energy therapy that I required and would require to endure and be prepared for that inevitable change. And I said that on 11/11, y'all. Watch that. What? What? Hell, we're metaphysical. Never forget it. Felt that. And I feel that here, even now, right? So, transformation, major change, rather. First and foremost, change. Because, transformation is a process. And I got to remember that, woo, Althea likes stuff to just, like, okay, all right, I think I could skip that part. Can we skip that part? No, girl. That's what the angels, that's what they say. They speak, right? And so, on that note, angels speak. Guidance. How did this Moldavite assist me in being ready for this inevitable change? And this change that was happening, that Moldavite was assisting and getting me prepared for, was profound, profound, life changing, shattering change, right? But I got my Moldavite, and I don't know that it's going to be that, but got this Moldavite, and in hindsight, and there is someone that I would like to plug in there because he's a YouTuber, and his name is Hines, and his one of his intros is, in hindsight. So in hindsight, for me and my Moldavite story, I remember and recall that, I began to have this energy, physical connection to the energy, and I can feel it more intensely. And it doesn't all, well, it's bizarre. It is bizarre. Now, before the tower moment, before the moment of change, right? I found that I began to hear inquiries from myself on this third dimension, you know, understanding that, things are happening. And so I asked some questions and I got some answers. And in hindsight, I could recall and know that the happenings and the connectivity and the being able to know that I'm being guided by something extraterrestrial beyond this physical, on the higher dimension, the higher consciousness level. And it was more streamlined, and it became clearer when I got this moldavite in my possession. So much, because I have this energy. And it's not because I'm doing this video. This is a part of its process in me opening this throat chakra, this new beginning, this transformation requires this. Moldavite is requiring it, it pushes it, it moves it. That's the uncomfortable thing for me. Some people say, it makes you do things, it makes you face change and challenge and vulnerabilities. Well, yeah, for me, that is a big vulnerability. Just doing this video, pushing past the threshold, you know, speaking things that haven't really spoken before to an audience that's not used to this kind of conversation. And I just have to go through with it. And even as I, take this action step, intuitively led, because this was just the action step to the more that I have to do. There's more content that I have to share. And this was the gateway. 11:11, y'all. I'll make it up. This was the gateway today for me to get started. Speak from your heart, it said. And this change and all of that I'm going to share, and all that we are going to unfold began when I got this moldavite, the revelation, the clarity, the vision, and being able to see and hear, and then know what this moldavite is really all about. Um, I can feel it physically in my possession. Physically, I crown it and I use it at night, just like this in my head wrap. And um, some people reported that when they first touched it and got it in their possession, they felt some type of physical, weakness or chills or heat and things of that nature. I did not feel that. I felt as I feel now, but in this moment, I kind of felt like a release because I'm speaking and my throat chakra, that challenge has been released. And, the moldavite is doing its job and I'm letting it. But in general, this moldavite, I feel a sensation of tingling throughout my body. And it depends sometimes now, because we're talking about, the transformation happened in my life within 90 days of purchasing this. And I purchased this it was, like I said, November 9th, days before 11/11 of 2020, right? And 11/16 was a significant date for me when I lost my significant other. That was his birthday, actually. So he was in a season of significant portal change, shifting, right? And I got this just in the nick of time because I was aware. How did it help me? Because it gave me the ability for this eye to be open so that I can see, and I can see and receive what I was seeing and know that it was from above and not below, right? So then when inevitable change does come, there's understanding and overstanding that you don't have to grapple with, like certain things on the third dimension from a third dimensional perspective. You don't, because you have a higher understanding. So you don't come down to get understanding. You already exceeded that level of awareness. I had a lot of level of awareness, but this moldavite open the it was put in my space and time and reality, critical time in my life, in all of our lives, really, because, 2020 was time for all of us to get some things in a different arrangement on them contracts, if you know what I mean. But I feel a release, so I just happen to be looking over at my notes, but I feel a release. So and it's 20 minutes into this video, and I feel that it should come to a bit of a close because I feel that um, I feel that in my heart, and that's one of my first notes is that that's what I feel physically, the heart chakra energy being just, pulsating when at times when I'm working with my Moldavite. It is intense, and you definitely have to be ready for it. And I feel it even in here, but I got a lot of sensations going on when it comes to energy because that's where I am. And I have other crystals here that I'm going to do one more quick video. Those will be quicker because they're not as deeply, involved as what this Moldavite has done. So, guys, please, if you can take this video and share it, like it, please subscribe, come back. I'll be talking some more about some of the transformation, most of it, all of it, that I refer to in this video. Um, thank you for listening and watching. And you guys have a beautiful, blessed day, night, weekend, life, your best life. And come back. Namaste.